Fallout returns for a second season with a premiere that feels heavier, darker, and more emotional than before. Episode 1 of Season 2 takes the time to reintroduce the world and its rules. Instead, it transports viewers back into the wilderness with a sense of quiet dread. Here we understand that the audience already knows how brutal this world is, and the episode uses this knowledge to create tension rather than relying on spectacle. Lucy is still the heart of the series, but it's immediately clear that she's no longer the wide-eyed survivor we met in the first season. The wilderness has left its mark on her, and this episode does a great job of showing that change without explaining it too much. Ella Purnell plays Lucy with a delicate mix of resilience and consistent innocence, making her choices painful but necessary. Every decision she makes seems to have emotional weight, reinforcing the idea that survival often means sacrificing a part of yourself. Maximus' stories have always been driven by internal conflict rather than external action, and this restraint works to the episode's advantage. He remains torn between faith, duty, and fear, and Season 2 wastes no time in showing how this tension affects him. The scene is quiet but full of meaning, and the series trusts the audience to read between the lines. This is a slow process, but promises big benefits as the season progresses. Once again, Garu proves to be one of the most memorable characters in the series. Walton Goggins' performance blends dark humor with real-life menace, but what stands out most about this episode is his look into the past. The contrast between who he was and who he became is unsettling, and adds a touch of tragedy to a character that could otherwise feel like a pure villain. His presence brings unpredictability to every scene, making it impossible to take your eyes off him. From a technical standpoint, this episode is visually impressive. The Wasteland feels more dangerous and populated than ever before, and the game's design perfectly captures Fallout's signature retro-futuristic decadence. Each environment tells its own story, and the series continues to use visual storytelling to emphasize themes of loss and survival. The fight scenes are intentionally short and brutal, prioritizing realism and tension over flashy choreography. Where the episode stagnates a bit is in the packing. Several new storylines are introduced, most of which are interesting, but some feel underdeveloped by the end of the episode. However, this seems to be a conscious choice and not a mistake. It's clear that the premiere is meant to serve as a framework, establishing the characters and moral dilemmas that will be gradually revealed over the course of the season. It is that confidence that ultimately made this premiere a success. Fallout Season 2, Episode 1 doesn't feel the need to reinvent the series. Instead, it sharpens what's already working: complex characters, moral ambiguity, and a world that punishes hope as much as it rewards resilience. This is a reminder that the Wasteland doesn't just test people physically. It destroys them emotionally in stages. By the time the credits roll, the message is clear. Survival in Fallout isn't about winning or losing, it's about surviving. This premiere may not be explosive, but it's deeply gripping, paving the way for a season that promises to be even more intense, more personal, and far more unrelenting